I'm seeing shimmers in this long-lasting dream. A made-up image, bringing back memories. Yes, I've been wasting like most of my life, watching paintings dry. I wanna take back the hours we last singing lullabies, lullabies. No one's tough when faced with time. We waste our lives lying, we're fine. We step on night.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. So in this video, I'm gonna be pro analysis series for Killer again. Now this video, I'm really just gonna cover like match control and just strategy overall. This would be like a great example of when you know what you're doing this side of the game, you completely take control of the entire match and the results as well. If you want a 4K, if you don't want a 4K, if you want to kill them fast, if you want to kill them slow, just complete like match control. So here I see whispers. And there you go, I found my first person. Knowing the distance Whisper's house regarding finding people like this, because I already knew she was on this area. She was either behind there on the tile or where I ended up finding her. So right here, we're just chasing normally. She kind of fucked up here. Yeah, but that was her mistake. She didn't have to jump the battle like that. It was kind of a 50-50, but still. I would consider that her mistake. She wasn't really looking at me. You can farm blood, not blood, but like when they're vaulting pallets to do animation like that, when playing Oni, they drop a lot of arbs. So if you can force them to keep vaulting back and forth, you can get your power like super quickly. So anyway, just got my down there, so really quick chase. She's on basement as well, which is also very strategic option is to hook someone in the basement instead of just hooking them like on the first hook you see in front of you. So that right there is already a very advantageous strategic position in the sense that the game has barely started. Like Corrupt is blocking most of my gens, so it's very likely they're not even working on gens right now, or if anything they're just working on one gen. And that person is already dying. So you see right here, I'm going back to the hook already because it seems like if someone was about to save, it would be right now. And as you can see, so it was. This is just like awareness and reading the game. See, but that person did a gen back there, so that tells me, two people are here on basement, and that person just finished that gen, so she's not doing anything right now. So at best, there's only one person doing a gen right now, or maybe not even that. Maybe she could just be camping around here, waiting for an opportunity to get to save, which means I'm just gaining, time because their people are dying, and gens are not getting done, so that's good for me. Now here's the point, like, I could have picked up the Cade and maybe got the Est. That would give her time to run off and then I would just lose my pressure. But now she's hooked like right next to the hook, so I can essentially defend both of them at the same time. And even if the other players would not come to the save here, I could easily win the game just by camping the two of them because they would eventually die. Not die, but he would hit struggle. Then I could pick up the Cade and hook him right next to Jake, and that's pretty much, two people on basement, one about to die. Even if they're doing just the gens and not worrying about saves, they won't finish all the gens in time for both of them to die, which makes it a 2v1 at that point. So there's even less chance for them to win then. Right here was a mistake. I didn't walk forward. That's why the hit missed, because I didn't walk forward. I aimed correctly, but I forgot to walk forward. So as you can see, I just used the pressure, and they don't have much choice. They have to come here and try to save them. Like I said, if they do the gens, nothing will really happen. So I think that was an unbreakable, I'm not sure. I don't remember. But so by doing that, it's like you're just playing your cards right, You have the strong position. So you just play your strong position, make them come to you instead of you going to them. Like I could have just left the hook and not camped or whatever, as people like to say. And I could have just looked at a random gen and probably they would get saved on the basement and I would be too far to come back and pressure them at all, apply more pressure, or I would be too far to do that. They would just get off the basement, heal, and I had no idea where they are now. So you just completely give away your pressure just to look at a random gen, Especially if you don't see anyone on barbecue to do that, it's just not the best strategic thing to do. Now, I understand, like, I don't know if you want to give, because like right now I have total control of the game right now. I could if I wanted to, I could just let them revive each other and just play around, get more hooks if I want to get more stacks, or if I feel like farming and making more points, I could have just let them. I pretend I'm dumb and let them heal each other. You know, I don't know. I get the ads on purpose or something like that, and that way I'm just controlling the flow of the game as much as I want to. I can kill them right now if I want to. I can let them save each other, and make more points. You know, so it's like you're completely in control of the entire match and the results if you you know, if you know what you're doing essentially, if you play strategically. What I like to do is usually I just secure the game. You see, like right there, is the game is pretty much won. I can do whatever I want now. If I want, I can let them go and you know heal each other, make more points. Or which I'll do here is not that, but I'll just kill them right away because I don't need points. I have everyone P3, so like whatever. I have all the perks too. But this is something you can do if you're like a new player, but you get the strategy, but I don't know, maybe you just want the match to last longer, or you just want more points. You can just control the match however you like. Maybe you don't want to camp survivors or kill them quickly, tunnel or whatever. That's fine. It's up to you as well. As long as you know the strategy to control the game when you have to, you know, to keep the control in your hands the entirety of the game. So you see, I was talking back. I was talking on top of it, but going back now, you notice after I hit the Kate, as soon as she came for the save, I didn't follow her. I stayed around the hook, because that's again more pressure. Because now the Kate is injured. She got hit and she left the shack area, right? So that means she's injured. So she can either do a gen, which is like 4 gens left. She's gonna finish 1 gen and everyone's gonna die in the meantime if she doesn't come for the save. So that's bad for her. And if she comes to save now that she's injured, she's injured, so you know I can one shot her. She can't save anyone, and then it's even worse. So she loses either way, and I gain either way. Or what I could have done, which would be the bad strategic play, would be to follow the Kane as soon as I hit her away from Shack, and that would give the Claudette a free heal and save on everyone that was on basement, which means I completely losing my entire pressure just to hook the Kate once, you know. So it's like those kinds of strategic decisions. I don't know, I guess people don't think about it, or they just think like, oh, I'm not gonna camp, I'm not gonna tunnel, or something like that, you know? But I mean, you know, it's up to you. Like, you don't, because like I said, I didn't really have to kill them this quickly. If I wanted to, I could just, because I had the match control in my hands the entire time. I was just choosing or not to let it go. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. If you want a certain result, you can always like if you have the point is having the control. Because if you have the control, you go whatever you want. You do whatever you want with it. They're just essentially your puppets in the match. You know, if you have the strategy down. But I mean, yeah, that's the point of the video. It's really just like there's like a strategic purpose behind doing certain things that people just don't realize or they don't give any thought to, especially during the game. And doing those kind of plays where I said it's like following the Kate out of Shack, you just, you know, you're completely losing your entire pressure of the game. So like right now, I mean, the hatch is closed, so there's nothing she can really do. She can just run until the time ends, or I can just down her eventually. You see, like this is the point I mentioned when you force them to vault like this. You see how many blood orbs she's dropping? Every time she vaults, there's like 4 blood orbs that drop. So if you can get this at any point in the game, when you play Oni, this is just like an Oni tip. Vaulting windows would work the same thing. If you can make the vault windows and all, they would just keep dropping like an insane amount of blood orbs, and you can just farm off them, get your power for later if you need to down the other survivors. So yeah, that's just a quick tip. Now I'm here, I'm really just having a bit of fun because I wanted to get my power before downing her. So that was just a bit of fun. Like I said, as long as I have control, I can do whatever I want. In that case, instead of killing her quickly, I just wanted to have some fun and use my power. So that's what I did. And I mean, just like that, it's like a easy 4K. Like they barely got it, what, 2 gens done, and game's over. Just simply because, but of course, there's also a strategic side on their side. Strategic points on their side. In that case, she shouldn't have gone down that quickly. So that completely destroyed the game for them, or gave me an insane amount of a strategic advantage, as well as being hooked on basement. I mean, at that point, it was really just the Jake trying to farm her in front of me. When I came back to the hook at the right moment. If you know the killer is there, just don't save in front of the killer, because then you're giving him a strategic advantage, just like you saw me use that opportunity that Jake gave me to not only slug the cape but also hook the Jake. So it just snowballed. He gave me the opportunity to snowball even more, and by being a strategic player, I just took advantage of that. So anyway, guys, it's just quick thoughts on the strategy of the game, and I hope it was maybe eye-opening to some people. And I'll see you guys in the next one.